you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if this is your first time here, hey, welcome. My name is Dianne, and I am super excited that you found your way here. Okay, you guys, this is going to be my episode 3 recap for the challenge season 33, War of the Worlds. Now, as you guys can see, I'm giving you guys visual facials because y'all had so much to say about me doing my little podcast test run with my last recap. So much to say, especially my Twitter babies. Like, y'all tried it. All of y'all, especially Sherelle, Marco, Matt, like y'all really tried it, okay? But anyway, y'all are spoiled, all of you guys, but I love you guys with your spoiled asses. So with that being said, let's get right on into this recap, okay?
All of these detours, I cannot be sure if this is the right way, but I stay on pace. Yeah, I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way.
And the period.
On my way, on my way, on
Wait
my
a
way.
damn minute.
I'm on my way. Tell them I'ma get this show.
So this episode starts on the killing floor. Georgia and Hunter have just successfully eliminated Ashley and Chase from the game. And now they have what is called the Relic. TJ introduces us to the Relic. Basically, when you come down into an elimination and you win, you get the Relic, which means you and your partner are now safe from the next elimination. So no matter what happens on this next challenge, because they have the Relic, Georgia and Hunter's team cannot be nominated. They're safe. And I'm like, oh, that's something I want. But it's like, damn, you got to get down in elimination to get it. So it's like, you have to work for this reward. It's not just handed to you. You want to work for this thing right here. So I thought that was super, super, super dope. All right, so we're back at the house, and Bear, Johnny, Zahida, and Georgia are outside having a conversation, and they're talking about Bear's necklace that he gave to Georgia, but he now has back. It's kind of weird that they're airing shit out of order, and I don't understand why they would air this conversation without airing why he has the necklace back, because that's kind of key to the conversation. And I don't even know if I can talk about it because of the way they've been airing shit out of order. I feel like they're going to air it later on, and I ain't trying to get in trouble for putting that shit out there, but just know that some shit went down the night before, and that's why Georgia no longer had the necklace. Like, some shit went down, okay, with a lot of people. All right, and my ass included, okay? So shit went down the night before, and this is kind of like the smooth over phase. Like, oh, okay, we're smoothing things over. That happened, but now we're past it. That's where we are when this conversation is happening, right? So in the conversation, Bear lets us know that he's really into Georgia. He really likes her, and she's really into him. She really likes him as well. And this is really cute to me because it's my partner and my roommate. And I'm like, oh, this is like, it's cute to me. I think it's really cute. Their dynamic with each other is really interesting. And I can't wait for you guys to watch it. It's interesting. And I will say that. But in this moment, it's really, really cute. So they're having that moment. Johnny is sitting there, and he's trying to, I guess, get to know them and build a rapport with them because he's aware it's a lot of Brits here. Like, it's a lot of the people from the UK. They are here, okay? And they're not going anywhere. Like, they're here. So Johnny is mixing and mingling with them, getting to know them, and just building rapport with them. In the midst of that, he lets us know that, his most comfortable alliance or allies are Zach, Leroy, and Kyle. And so we get that whole conversation of them being his boys and how he feels very comfortable with them. So then the cameras go over to Maddie Lynn and Kyle. They're in the kitchen and they're kissing. Now, while they're kissing, over in the corner, we have Cam and Zahida. They're over there watching. If you guys can tell from the footage, everybody done had liquor. Everybody's drunk, okay? So we've all been drinking. They kiss, and then, Cam, like, calls them out on it. Cam's like, what y'all doing? Like, she was talking, she was drunk. Like, drunk Cam is the funniest Cam. Drunk Cam's hilarious. So she's yelling over at Maddie and Kyle, and so Maddie comes over and just kind of sits with Zahida and Cam, and they're having that conversation. And then, of course, Cara comes up, and she starts telling Maddie, don't get too close to Kyle. Like, be careful. Nobody likes him. And then, just saying basically all this shit about Kyle as reasons for Maddie to stay away from him, and just like a bunch of. So anyway, we get to TJ and he lets us know that this challenge is going to be called Search and Destroy. Now, in front of the mud pit, there's this big ass stone graveyard. Now, within the graveyard, there are 12 balls. Now, there's 15 teams, but only 12 balls. So what that means is 3 teams are not going to be able to get a ball, right? So for every round, 3 teams are going to be eliminated until we're left after the final round with the top 3 teams. And those 3 teams are going to make up the tribunal. Now, how the game works is we're going to rotate girls' turn, guys' turn, right? So, for example, let's say it's a guy's turn, right? I'm going to be inside the mud pit. Bear's going to be in front of the stone graveyard. He's going to run in there with the rest of the guys. He's going to find a ball, bring it back to me. Once he gives it to me, I run over to the finish line. I take the ball and I put it in the bin. If I do that successfully, we make it to the next round, right? And every round, 3 teams are being eliminated until we're left with the top 3. I really hope I explained that correctly. That took a lot of my air and a lot of my energy, and I hope y'all are not confused. After TJ explains how this game works and the rules and all that or whatever, me, Georgia, and Cam get together. Me, Georgia, Cam, and Zahida, we all get together because we need to figure out how to, try to make this shit work in our favor. Georgia comes up with the idea, listen, I'm safe anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get an extra ball, and I'm just going to give it to whoever I can give it to. Or I can plant myself in the mud pit, not even worry about getting a ball. Just plant myself in the mud pit, and as the girls come, I can just tackle them and get their balls and give them to you guys if you guys don't have them. So this is the strategy we had as us girls going into this challenge, right? And then side pot, me and Cam always had the side pot because, yeah, we got this roommate thing happening, but this is still my number one, you know what I mean? So on the side pot, me and Cam was just like, look, when we go on in there, when it's the girls round, we go in there, we just grab 2 balls. I get 2 just in case you ain't got one. You get 2 just in case I ain't got one. Just like the first challenge, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look out for you, you look out for me. So that was the mentality going into this challenge. We had a strategy to where somehow all of us could win, because if all 3 of us ended up in the tribunal, that would be great. Even though I'm still really not trying to win this challenge because, again, I don't want to be in the tribunal. I don't think it's necessary for us to be in the tribunal, but sometimes being in there is just for protection for your ally. So it's time for the first round, and the first round is the guys' round. They're gonna go into the stone graveyard, and us girls, we're gonna be in the mud pit, right? So TJ blows the horn and the guys take off running. They're going, pew, take off, right? So all these guys are coming back with these balls, and I'm just like, Bear, where you at? Like, Bear, where you at? Because you got a certain time before I just start tackling these damn girls. Because I'm not going to wait till the last ball is in play and then try to, fight everybody for this last ball. No, you got about 3 more. And then I'm just going to take down whoever the hell got a ball, because I'm going to make sure we get into this next round, right? So he comes, he hands me the ball, and, like I said in the episode, I pretty much just walked across the mud pit. Nobody tried to touch me. Nobody tried to tackle me. Nobody tried to do anything. Everybody was focused on other shit. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. One for me. There, we're good. Next round, right? So in this round, we see that time is running out. And so Cam, strategy just like mine, hey, I'm not about to wait for this last ball. So when her partner didn't come back with a ball, she was like, to hell with it. I just got to do what I got to do. So Johnny handed the ball to Morgan. And, Cam went straight to her. Bam, I need this ball. Like, nothing personal, but I need this ball. I don't see my partner nowhere. So I need this ball. So she tackles her down. Ninja jumps on her too, because I guess she didn't see Paulie. I don't know. But, she jumps on her too. And they're just trying to get this ball, right? Like, that's the goal. Get the damn ball. There's still 1 ball in play. But for right now, this is the ball that everybody is focused on, right? So Cam gets the ball from Morgan, and then all the girls get on top of her. Like, they're trying to take Cam, like trying to take her down, but Cam is so stacked, like it's not working in their favor. So as she's carrying the ball, she's just kind of like, you know, inching her way over. Because once you get like a certain part, you're in the safe zone. Like you're clear to just walk over and put the ball in there. If it's a situation where everybody is on you, like she was trying to inch her way slowly over. That's why she was like, I can do this all day, because she was taking baby steps and just inching her way over with these girls on top of her. Like they didn't show enough of the footage to really show how she dominated that shit. Like she really did that, you know? I'm gonna give credit where it's due. It is what it is. She really did that shit. So she was inching her way over. She got to the safety part, and then all the girls had to get off of her, and she was able to walk over and put the ball in the bin. I think Amanda had the ball. Now, still in the mud pit, it's Amanda, Morgan, Ninja, and Shailene. I think those were the last four, right? So this is the last ball. This one counts, right? So Amanda had the ball. Somehow Morgan gets the ball away from Amanda, right? And so Morgan has the ball, and now everybody is on top of Morgan. Now we're all working together, meaning me, Johnny, Josh, Amanda, like we're working together, right? So when Morgan gets the ball and all the girls, Ninja and Shailene, are on top of her, Amanda is trying to pull Ninja off of Morgan. She's trying to pull Shailene off of Morgan. But Johnny, I don't know what he thought Amanda was doing, but he walks up to her, and this kind of pissed me off a little bit. We all are standing on like the outside of the mud pit. He walks up to Amanda and he goes, grab the ball, stupid. Let her go. Grab the ball. Put your hands on the ball, or some shit like that. But he's smacking her on the helmet, like smacking the shit out of her helmet. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you hitting her helmet like that? You know what I'm saying? And so she's like, Johnny, you don't have to do all that. I'm trying to help you guys. She wasn't trying to take the ball away from Morgan. She was trying to get Ninja off of Morgan, get Shailene off of Morgan. She was trying to help Morgan be able to make it over. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I guess he was just like really in the moment, because this was the last ball. And if she didn't make it to the finish line, then they were going to be eliminated. But it was just, I was like, why the fuck are you hitting her helmet like that? Like that, I wasn't cool with that, like at all. I was not cool with that at all. So I thought that was that was tacky. I thought that was real tacky. So, anyway, Ninja ends up getting the ball and taking it to the end, and she puts it in the bin, and now her and Paulie are safe to go into the next round. So now eliminated is Josh and Amanda, Morgan and Johnny, and Leroy and Shailene. Round 2 is our turn to run, right? It's the girls' turn to run into the graveyard, and it's the guys' turn to be in the mud pit, right? So, TJ, before we start, I asked Bear, I'm like, Bear, where did you see a lot of balls? Where did you see a lot of balls at? And he was telling me that they were in like the little cubby holes, like off on the sides. Like it wasn't really any balls in the center. They were off on the sides. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So I positioned myself at the starting line towards the side so I can take off running towards the side, right? So TJ blows the horn. All the girls take off running. We running. Ain't a ball in sight. I'm cussing Bear ass out the whole way. In my mind, I'm like, why the hell would you direct me to come? It ain't shit over here. Not a damn thing. So I'm running deep into the graveyard. I don't see nothing. So I'm like, let me just take my ass into the middle. So I go into the middle. I'm climbing over shit, climbing under shit, like looking, and I can't find nothing, right? Cam said she gathered 2 balls and she was calling my name, but I couldn't hear her. I had so much shit going on, I couldn't hear none of that. But I'm glad she, got the damn 2 balls and got on and did the shit she needed to do, right? Because I was lost. I was lost as hell. If she was depending on me, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, because I was lost as hell, right? So, I'm trying to find a ball, can't find one. So I'm like, let me get out of this middle and let me go over to the other side. So I go over to the other side and I meet up with Natalie. Me and Natalie running like to the same place, because now it's 2 balls hidden in this little cubby hole, like right in the little, crevices of the little cave. And so I see it, Natalie sees it, and so we both take off running. It's 2 balls, right? So as we get closer to the balls, I hear Natalie yell, Jenna, there's an extra ball over here. Jenna, there's an extra ball over here. I said, huh? I said, Jenna. I said, Natalie, no, don't call her. I'm right next to you. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, ain't this some shit? Like, hold on. Like, I understand Jenna is your roommate, but sis, hold up, right? So I get the ball. She picks up up both the balls. She gives me a ball, and then we take off running, right? And so I'm feeling some type of way. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling some type of way. Like, I'm standing right next to you and you call Jenna? Like, I'm feeling some type of way. So we get there. We hand our balls to our partners and they do what they have to do. Now, let me explain something, okay? We came towards the end, right? Like, me and Jenna and Natalie, we were like the last ones to bring balls over. So I give my partner the ball. Now, you guys, y'all see my partner. Y'all know he's short. Y'all know he's little. And y'all know Zach is a big ass. Wes is a big ass. Who else was in there? It was Zach, Wes, somebody else was in. Kyle was a big ass. Like, they were all in there, right? All of them were in there. And so I give the ball to Bear, and they all like crowd around him. Like, they tried to like really attack my partner. They crowded around him. I was like, for real? Y'all not just gonna let Bear run to the end? For real? It's another ball in play. Like, y'all really about to attack Bear? And that's exactly what they did. So they jumped on top of my little ass partner, but he held the ball. I was real proud of him. He held the ball. And so then he finally got from up under them because they all like jumped on top of him. And so he, made his way from up under them. And so for whatever, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But okay, so he's in the middle of the mud pit at this time. When he gets from up under them, he walks back towards the beginning. I'm like, that ain't it, Chief. Like that, no, this ain't football. You don't take your ass back there trying to cover no ground or get no yards. Run your ass towards the end. What you doing? So he picked up the ball and ran back that way. And soon as they peeped that he wasn't by the finish line, like it was a wrap. Like they all just attacked him. Got the ball from him. I think it was Zach who ultimately got the ball from him. And that's when Kyle ran over to Zach, Bear was on top of Zach, and Wes was just chilling on the outside. Now, everybody is trying to say that this was not intentional. This didn't happen on purpose. Nobody knew that Zach was going to throw the ball to Wes. Why was Wes not close or trying to pile on top of Zach to get the ball away from Zach? Why was he away in perfect distance, far enough for if Zach decided to throw the ball, he could catch it? Like, everybody else is trying to get this ball. So why are you perfectly aligned in a space where you can be thrown this ball? Like, it was weird to me. The shit was sketch to me, but I didn't have time to worry about that because I know I'm about to get eliminated because I know my partner ain't gonna get this damn ball. So here we are. So that happens. Zach throws the ball to Wes. Wes gets the ball. He runs to the finish line and put that thing in there. So now eliminated is me and Bear, Zach and Zahida, and Kyle and Maddie. So we're on round 3. Nothing special happened in this. Oh, no, but they didn't show it though. I don't know why they like treat Natalie so bad with airtime. Like, sis had a whole ass fight in the mud pit. Cam and Natalie kind of got into it a little bit because the girls were in the mud pit and Natalie had a ball and Cam charged right at her and just like crushed her. I mean, took her down, but I mean, it's Cam and then it's Nat. You feel what I'm saying? So she kind of just like crushed her down into the mud, took the ball from her and ran to the end zone. And Natalie was like, oh, of course you come on me because I'm the little one. I'm the short one. I'm little Natalie. And of course you would come. Like, she's so big. And she just like, Natalie was hot. She was so mad. She was so pissed off that Cam had charged at her. Like, and I had to let her know, like, Nat, it's not personal. She just was trying to get the ball, but she was so pissed and she really felt like, why these girls always jumping on me because I'm so small? And I just felt so bad for her because y'all know Nat's my baby. Even though we just had this moment with this ball and this Jenna situation, but that's still my baby. Like, that's still my sister. So when I seen her like mad, I was like, oh, you got to calm down. It's not personal, babe. She was just trying to get the ball. So they eventually like shared a laugh afterwards, but it was like a whole ass fight. Like, that was a whole ass argument. Like, Cam was, talking shit. Like, they was going back and forth. It wasn't intense, but they did have like, it was a whole ass fight. So I don't know. I don't know why they cut my baby out of these episodes, but that happened in the 3rd round. Natalie and JP are eliminated. CT and Julia are eliminated, and also Turbo and Nani. So now we're going into the final round, and we're going to finally find out which 3 teams make it to the top, and they make up the tribunal. Going into this 4th round, now the guys are in the mud pit. The girls are going to run into the graveyard and go get the balls. In this round, Georgia comes back with a ball for Hunter. Hunter takes the ball and he throws it to West. That's his number 1 ally. Plus Hunter and Georgia are already safe, so he doesn't really need to be in the tribunal. So he throws the ball to West to secure their spot into the tribunal, and they are the first teams to make it into the tribunal. And then Polly and Natalie are the second team to make it into the tribunal. And then finally, Ash, he gets the final ball and he passes the finish line, makes it to the finish line, and him and Cam become the 3rd team of the tribunal. So now we have making up the tribunal, Cam and Ash, Paulie and Natalie, and Wes and D. So let's see how this plays out. Paulie in there, he's big brother, so there's no issue there. I got Cam in there, who is my number 1 ally. There's no issue there. And then I have Wes and D. Don't really know where Wes is as far as me and Bear, but I do know he's more worried about bananas than he is about my ass. So not really worried about anything there. So I feel pretty confident going into nominations that me and Bear have nothing to worry about, right? So we get back to the house, and it's time for the tribunal to go up there and deliberate and decide which teams they're going to throw into elimination, right? So, which teams they're going to pick to be nominated to ultimately go into elimination. So then they go upstairs, they start talking, you know, Cam's like, who are you guys going to vote for? Wes said he's going to vote for Bananas and Morgan. Paulie is like, it's no secret, I'm going with Kyle and Maddie. And so in that moment, we don't see who Cam and Ash decide that they're gonna vote for. But Paulie makes a statement. He's like, listen, I'm not changing how I feel. Ninja's not changing how she feels. So ultimately, whoever gets thrown into elimination is going to be up to Cam and Ash, because Wes isn't going to budge on Bananas, and D's going to do what Wes is doing, so D's not going to budge on Bananas. So it's going to come down to Ash and Cam. And so when he says that, it kind of like triggers something in both of their minds, because you can see it in their face. They're like, oh shit, we are going to be the deciding vote for whatever happens, right? So they come downstairs, and now it's time for us to go upstairs and see which teams are missing from the board. So we go up there. I'm looking a hot ass mess. I don't know why I always got that damn scarf on my head, but I go up there and I see Bear and Davon. And so again, I'm like, well, ain't none of my business. You know, I'm trying to walk away, but Amanda is like, why is my name not up here? And then I start to thinking like, who the hell voted for Amanda? And that's when my wheels are spinning like, who the hell up here is targeted? You know, I don't even think about Amanda in that moment. I'm like, Josh. Because again, Josh is my number 1 guy ally. So immediately my antennas is like, who the hell is coming for him, right? And so I'm like, I know it's not Paulie. And I'm like, damn, does Wes really have a problem with Josh and Amanda over Bananas? Because I would never think that Cam would nominate them, because Cam is my number 1 girl. And we've had conversations where we've discussed about Josh being my number 1 guy. And she even told me herself, before coming into the game, you know, Josh and her were cool. And Josh had already established that they were going to look out for each other in the game. And she established that she was going to look out for him too. Like they had made that agreement with each other as well. So I'm kind of wondering, so I never thought like why it would be that she would be the one who voted, you know, who said their name. So I'm wondering who the hell, what? It didn't make sense. So go downstairs and we go into the room. And so now it's like, I need some answers. And that's when, you know, Cam is like, I just want to let you know I said your name as a burn vote. And this is the first time. Well, no, this isn't the first time, but this is the first time I really kind of like questioned what the hell Cam's motives were in the game, because one, she didn't tell me shit about it. Not that she owed me anything, but I discussed pretty much everything with her because she was my number 1 girl. So why she didn't tell me that she was going to burn a vote on them, I don't understand. But the shit was now starting to get a little, what the fuck is going on? Because in the first challenge that we did, the arms are getting tired challenge, when we pulled the tires, she called out Ashley. And the only reason that's weird to me is because we were in the same room. It wasn't weird at that moment, but now that you've put Amanda in, as a burn vote, who is also in our room, I'm like, damn, if you get in power again, should I be concerned? Like it was just, I don't know if it was the paranoia or what it was, but it was just like, when you've had to make a decision twice now, you've come for our room. Like, there's a lot of other rooms in here. Why do you keep coming for our room? It wasn't adding up to me. But that's my number one, so I have to trust whatever it is that she's doing. But those thoughts were in my head. But I just said, okay, Davon, you just gotta trust that she knows what she's doing, right? So she was like, I put you guys in as a burn vote, and we'll talk more about it in the tribunal ceremony. So now it's time for the tribunal ceremony, right? So Johnny and Morgan walk in first. Johnny took full control of that tribunal ceremony. From what I saw, I was watching it just like y'all were, right? I wasn't in there, but I was watching it on TV just like y'all. From what I saw, he took full control of that damn tribunal ceremony, okay? Wes tried to talk. He was like, no, let me finish. And he took full control. And y'all know I'm sitting there watching, because if you watch the trailer, okay, that's already been put out there. If you watch the trailer, y'all see Wes get all up in Bear face. This my game. You playing my game. Like all up in Bear's personal space. And I'm watching him in this tribunal with Johnny, and I'm like, where was all of that energy? Where was all of that? Why was we're not going to give that to Johnny? We're going to give that to Bear, though. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So now I get an even better visual of who Wes is in this game, because that was very telling. So Johnny takes control, he smiles, and he walks out like it is what it is. And him and Morgan walk on up out that thing, right? So now the next team to come in is Josh and Amanda. They come in, and this is where I started to feel a little bit like, oh, what is with the power trip?